Good morning, everyone, especially the users. Good morning. I am here in front of you guys to discuss or report or share to you my overall learnings or my summary learning from prelim, midterm, and up to final under the subject of institutional corrections or CA1. But before we proceed, let me introduce myself. Hi everyone, my name is Manette Salmon de los Santos, a third-year student and currently studying at Ramon Magsaysay. So now let's go to prelim, where I'm going to share to you guys my learnings or knowledge under the prelim section of the institutional correction or CA1 subject. So first we have GAUS, or also known from the word jail. It is a pre-trial detention facilities operated by English Sheriff. So GAUS refers to a jail where they put or detain persons who is under investigation, and this one is operated by an English sheriff where he or she is the one who controls or has responsibilities regarding the happenings inside the prisons. Next is we have galleys, a long, low, narrow, single-deck ships propelled by sails, usually rowed by criminals, a type of ship used for transportation of criminals in the 16th century. So galley is a ship that people use for transferring criminals to other place. And also, the criminals are the ones who rode the ship until they reach their destination. Next, we have hawks. Decrepit transport former warships used to house prisoners in the 18th and 19th century. These were abandoned warships converted into prisons as means of relieving congestion of prisoners. They were also called floating hells. So hawks is a former warships where prisoners are being put, and after that they converted into prisons or jail because hawks is used for battles and it is old. That's why they turned it into prisons, and it is also called the floating hells because prisoners are being put there where there is no exit or they can't escape at all. They are just being put there in that prison in the middle of the sea without getting help with others. So under the prelim, we also have the primary schools of penology. We have the classical school, the neoclassical school, and the positivist or Italian school. So first, let's discuss the classical school. It contains the doctrine of psychological hedonism or free will, that the individual calculates pleasures and pains in advance of action and regulates his conduct by the result of his calculations. So in other words, the classical school is a study about a people who will commit a unlawful act where they are conscious or they know what they are going to do and what will be the consequences if they commit such thing. Next is we have the neoclassical school. It maintained that while the classical doctrine is correct in general, it should be modified in certain details. Since children and lunatics cannot calculate the differences of pleasures from pain, they should not be regarded as criminals. Hence, they should be free from punishment. So, neoclassical school, in other words, it refers to or pertains how different it is from the classical school, because neoclassical school has an exemption, especially kids who did not know or has no knowledge at all whether his or her action is against or prohibited by law, and they should be free from punishment. And the last one, we have the positivist or Italian school, the school that denied individual responsibility and reflected non-plus punitive reactions to crime and criminality. It adheres that crimes as other act is a natural phenomenon. Criminals are considered as sick individuals who need to be treated by treatment program rather than punitive actions against them. So the positivist or Italian school considered that crimes are a natural phenomenon where those sick criminals or individuals commits it. So in other words, the positivist or Italian school believes that making or doing such crime is natural because they considered every individual as sick and they needed just treatment and nothing else. So now let's go to midterm topics or discussion. So what is prison? Prison is a penitentiary, an institution for the imprisonment or incarceration of persons convicted of major or serious crimes. So this is where the prisoners are being put or being imprisoned because of the unlawful act they committed. A building usually with cells or other places established for the purpose of taking safe custody or confinement of criminals. So a prison is made of a big walls for the safety of the offender and for them to cannot be escaped. A place of confinement for those charged with or convicted of offenses against the laws of the land. So a prison is also for rehabilitation of criminals, a confinement where the prisoners are being put and take care of the authority. So under the midterm, we also have what or who is considered a prisoner. A prisoner is a person who is under the custody of lawful authority. So you can call a person who is a prisoner if he or she is under the custody of lawful authority or the police who has legal authority of the prisoner. A person who by reason of his criminal act, sentence or by a decision issued by a court may be deprived of his liberty or freedom. So a person who is a prisoner that committed such an unlawful act is being deprived or his or her freedom is being removed by the court. So in the final coverage, we have what is jail. Jail is a place for locking up of persons who are convicted of minor offenses or felonies who are to serve short sentences imposed upon them by a competent court, or for confinement of persons who are awaiting trial or investigation of their cases. So jail is like a prison where those convicted to crimes are being investigated, or those who are awaiting for trial. So under the final section or final coverage, we also have types of jails. First, we have the lock-up jail. It's a security facility common to police stations used for temporary confinement of an individual held for investigation. So lock-up jail refers to a jail where a person is being put and is being interrogated or investigated. Second, we have ordinary jails. It's the type of jail commonly used to detain a convicted criminal offender to serve sentence less than 3 years. So, ordinary jail refers to a jail that is common use in today's generation, whose or where people that commits crime is being put here and serve their sentence for at least 3 years. Next, and the last one is workhouses, jail farms, or camp. A facility that houses minimum custody offenders who are serving short sentences or those who are undergoing constructive work programs. It provides full employment of prisoners, remedial services, and constructive leisure time activities. So workhouses, jail farms, or camp refers to a jail that houses just minimum custody offenders, those offenders that are trusted and can work under constructive work programs. So that is the overall learning or my summary learning regarding in this subject. Hoping and wishing that you guys learned a lot from today's reporting. Thank you so much for listening and have a great day everyone. Bye!